Right, so here I'm gonna compile. I got my water fortress file. All right, so it says a water fortress clean water protocol alert. There contaminated mission start. And here are the water pipes. So mission briefing. The water fortress is down. You must restore the clean water supply. You will use 15 simple Linux commands to fix the system one step at a time. And we currently have John who fixed all 15 components over here. So my name's Jason. Restoration map. Every task moves you closer to unlocking the main valve and achieving SG6. Your current location showing the command you will learn. You start at the bottom and you work your way up from the foundation up until the central spiral. And we're going to click enter to begin. You reach the digital perimeter gate, but it's locked down. We need a hidden access key file named enter the system. Find that key so we can bypass security and get inside. So it gives you like a little hint here where what command do you use to list all files and discover the key? Right, simple ls command, enter, there we go. So current status, JSON components fixed, 1 out of 15, and then I'm in the room 2. We move on to the second task. Base, comment, command check. Objective is PWD security. Accepted the key. You are now inside the fortress base command room. To establish a secure link, you must confirm your exact location and report your path back to the HQ. What command prints your working directory? Type PWD. This is to sort of like decipher it so that they don't just read it at the beginning. All right, so type PWD, and it's basically this is like the theme that you continue to see where you're learning all these different Linux commands. There you go. So I'm going to run through them quickly so you can get to the end. Get to the cat command. There's 14 levels. Clear. We're going to start the valve. History. And restore. And just like that, I got all 15. So, however, if I were to run it again, right, let's say my name's Max, and let's say I miss, so let's say, I got it wrong, I get 3 attempts, right? If I get it wrong again, I only have 1 attempt. If I get it wrong again, there we go. And it didn't, since I got 0, wouldn't even show up. But if I got 1, Max, C, enter, let's say I got LS, get the rest wrong, I just get 1. All right, and now onto the code. All right, so we've included all of these for the project. We got our struct for the player name, current room, components fixed, flow, and we use this throughout the entire thing. It's about player state. Uh, and this is where I store the record here. Mm, As you can see from the comments here, it explains that we're going to save player's current state to the scores.txt. This is where we're going to load all the scores, and then it's counting. All right, so this is where it's sort of it updates the record for each player and then it puts it in order on whose is higher. So like it'd be like a record holder, so which is who's number 1. This is all still leaderboard stuff. This is like printing it, and then we're putting each name and score. And this is where like we would load the player progress, um, where like where you would see each like saved progress if you were to enter in the same person. This is the map display. And it has like the intro and the briefing. All right, we're back to checking for existing saved progress. I've got this is where I implement like the fortress art. This is where it explains like how to play, and it gives like the we're still in the intro part. The objective. This is like just the task handler where it explains like the current room we're in, like the task name. Here's all the different tasks. Um, where I'm using a pointer to point to which one I'm going to be using. Right here we've got the game loop, where this is where it gives you 3 attempts. Um, and you know you start at 0, but you only have 3. Here we've got all the tasks. This is the big loop. It sees like how many times you can try. This is where it says that your mission has been terminated, and the final score, like the amount of components that you fixed. And lastly, we have the main function here, and that includes player state. And thank you so much.